This video is for Module 10. We are continuing in working on our brain research essay. In Module 9, you did some brainstorming and surfing the internet and checking out and deciding on the topic that you're going to write about in relationship to the brain and learning. Once again, in this module, you have the brain research essay resources, just like in Module 9. They have table of contents. In this particular module, I have a couple of extra things. You have all the things that were in Module 9, including the instructions. And I do want to emphasize, make sure you go over the instructions very carefully. But then I've also added in some things like audience. You need to be writing to a particular audience. What audience are you focusing about informing? And then tone. What tone are you using? In this one, I would certainly recommend using an academic tone because that is what we are informing about. So consider that. But there's a video that talks about tone and helps you identify that, and some tricks that you can use it in literary devices. Also, a page on transition, the importance of using transitions within your essay to help with flow, and then allows the reader to move seamlessly from each item or each area that you're covering and the relationship to the thesis. I also have, again, writing an introduction, a thesis statement information page. So in this essay, it's very important that you have a thesis statement, and the thesis statement must be contained within the introductory paragraph. So the thesis is kind of a roadmap. These are going to be in the thesis statement, you need to contain the 3 things you're going to be talking about in the essay. So for example, if you choose to talk about Alzheimer's and how it affects memory, what 3 things about Alzheimer's in the brain are you going to address within your essay? So you would indicate those in your thesis statement. It talks about how do you create a thesis, but then also how do you make it stronger. A good thesis statement is kind of like a roadmap for the reader to know what's coming, what you're going to inform them about within your essay. Also talk about here how you would make an outline. I do not require a formal outline, but an outline is very beneficial. I call it the skeleton of your paper. And this allows you to kind of lay out, okay, what do I need? Where am I going to put it? So in the first introduction, hook, get the reader interested. Make sure you include your thesis statement, and within that thesis statement are the points you're going to address in the essay. Your body should have at least 3 paragraphs. These are each of the 3 things that you would have in your thesis statement. So, your first point, topic, sentence, supporting evidence, second point, so on and so forth. And then you need a conclusion. And then in your conclusion, you should restate your thesis in a new and different way and summarize the key points that you inform the reader about within your essay. Now, I don't require you to submit an outline. However, an outline form, and if you substitute your items within this form, so for example, what are you going to do as your hook? Write out, what do you think your hook is? Write out your thesis statement. If you kind of fill in the outline, you have gotten a really good working draft of your paper. I give you some tips on writing concretely. In this particular link, it's how to use details and to enhance your writing to make it more interesting for the reader, more descriptive writing type things. And I have audience twice. Sorry, I have it twice in there. And then conclusion, we talked about that in 9, how to set up your paper. And then the other thing is some self-editing strategies, some proofreading strategies you can use on your essay before you submit for drafting. And then the conference sheet. Now the conference sheet, I'm going to provide back to you. So when you submit your draft in this module, I'm going to review your draft, and then I'm going to address these things and X or make comment on things that you need to work on before you submit for the final grading. After you get this back from me, you need to answer these questions and then submit it in the spot on the module page, or within the module, sorry. So, let's get back to the module. So in this module, the only activity that is graded is the draft. So you're going to submit the draft for me to review. I am going to use that conference sheet that I just showed you, and And I'm gonna go over this and make notes on it, and then I'm gonna upload it back to you in the feedback file with your grade on your draft. And then what you have to do is download this after you get it from me. And then in the next module, you'll have to upload it. So you don't have to upload it in this module. You're gonna do it in the next module. So when you upload your draft, I will review it, give you the conference sheet with a grade. It'll be in a feedback file. Then you answer those questions, revise it one more time, and then in the next module, you're going to be submitting your final draft of this particular essay.